Well, there's not much to do on the old Pete right now because it's rainy and I gotta pull the doors off and pull panels off, so I need a few nice days in a row to do that. I wasn't gonna film this, but I decided to before I get too far along. I want a hood ornament for this thing. I want a hood pole like a, not that it's a flip nose, but just like the 379s have. I looked on eBay, Amazon, the internet, and those things are just crazy money. So I started making one. That goes there. That's the bottom piece. And then I got this plate right here. This is 10 inches long. I'm gonna cut it out. And then this is gonna be like the wings up here. So you probably can't see much right now, but I'm right in the beginning stages. So I guess we'll just pick up where I left off here, and I'll share it with everyone. It's pretty cool. This is gonna go on the radiator, and then that's gonna go up like that. So just wanted a little bit of a bend there. And now I'm working on the piece that's gonna mount this wing piece to that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna want to put it. It'd actually look cool if it was forward a little bit, actually, I gotta say. I think that'd look pretty cool, like that angle. And what do we got here? 3.5, 3.5. I think we'll just cut it off straight there. Now I got most of my pieces cut out now, so that's gonna go on like that. And that'll go on like that. You can start to see it come together now. I'm just gonna eyeball the center of this because it's not exactly 1.5 inches, so that's close enough. pretty good right there, I'd say. I made these two pieces here. I just cut these out that go like that on each side to kind of go at an angle, and then I'll put a piece on the front to give it that aerodynamic look. I'd say that's pretty consistent looking. I'll cut out some pieces now that kind of go, you know, like that. Fill that in. That'll look pretty cool. So I'm just gonna piece this thing together here. I'm just gonna cut out little pieces because I'm stupid and that's the only way I know how to do it. Now it looks like these pieces here are the ones I'm going to end up using for that. Looks like they're about the right size, so I'm going to get these cut. Alright, I got it all welded up. Didn't come out as spectacular as I thought it was going to, but it looks alright. I don't know what the hell happened there. Man, I guess, I don't know what happened. That welder started messing up, but you wouldn't believe I was a certified welder if I told you. Oh well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get this thing ground down. Once I grind it down, it'll look good. So I'm gonna get this thing all ground down and we'll see what we got there, but I think it'll look a lot better once it's ground down. It's time to get some etch primer on this thing before it rusts. Alright, anybody who doesn't know yet from my previous videos, I'm painting my 62 Pete this color right here. Nice color. Love it. Fell right in love with this color when I seen it. It is plasma purple. So, looks like it's a Mitsubishi color. Plasma purple though, that's the color I'm going with for the old Pete. It's different and I'm different. So that's pretty cool. All this is just a this is just a single stage enamel, but I'm going to go over it with clear coat. So, you know, that this is cleared here. It's cheapest to do it that way, and it'll last. I mean, it'll work out. So, but anyway, for the hood ornament, I'm going to base coat it in silver. I could just paint this color on it because I got a paint, but that's too easy. I'm going to base coat it in silver. I'm going to go over it with this color. I think that'll look pretty cool. I don't want to just leave it silver because it'll look cheap, I think. Don't need much at all. My high dollar operation, my high dollar mixing cups and everything. It's alright, whatever works. That's reducer right there. That just makes the paint thinner so you can spray it through your gun. Not sure of all who knows much about painting that's watching, but typically, if you were painting a car or truck or something really important, you'd measure this out. You'd reduce it and measure it so you wouldn't have it too thick or too thin. But for little stuff like this, I just eyeball it. I painted so many things, I kind of know where I'm happy with them. This is hardener right here, activator to make the paint dry. Not all paints need this, but some of them do. There, now we're ready. Don't need much for this thing. And now we're going to set up our spray gun. It was just a cheap spray gun for doing this kind of stuff. I always let my tips soak in the guns when I'm not using them, so it cleans all. There's a whole bunch of little holes in there, so it kind of cleans them out. You just put that on there and get it somewhat straight and tighten her down. Come over here to the air compressor. So when I'm spraying things with these HVLP guns, high volume, low pressure guns, I like to run between 30 and 40 pounds. There's a button on the side right here. You'll see it, that adjusts your fan. So you'll see right here, see how it widens out as I spray it. So for something like this, we're going to want a bigger fan so it doesn't run. So that's about 40 pounds, and that sounds good to me. Alright, now every time you use the gun, you should use strainers too when you pour the paint in. It protects your gun more than anything, because you get one little piece of stuff down in the needle inside there, and it plugs it up, and your paint job comes out like crap. So right there, I'm pretty happy with how thin that paint is. So let's go ahead and pour that in. We don't need much, like I said, this is just such a small thing. Alright. So now we're ready to spray that silver. Alright, I'm going to let that tack up for a few minutes and we'll put another coat on it. I just put 2 coats of base coat on this. Looks pretty cool just like that, but so we'll let that dry up, and in the meantime we'll get our other paint mixed. It has like a maroon kind of color. And so the same thing, we don't want a whole lot of this. We don't need tons and tons and tons of it. Normally you would want to use a different can, but I use the same can that the silver came in. Gotta be careful doing that in the real world. Contaminate the paint, but I don't care about this. The can's more important. Same thing, we put a little bit of hardener in this. Now what I'm doing here, you don't do on every single paint in the world. Every kind of paint calls for a different materials, different hardeners, no hardener, reducer. So you always want to look at the directions and make sure that you do what the directions say. Alright, my piece has been drying for about an hour now, so I'll go ahead and put this magenta on it. Yeah, put the first coat on pretty light. Well, here it is the next day, and this paint dried up pretty good. I'm happy with it. Came out good enough. Pretty nice color. I'm pretty happy with this thing. So here's the exciting part. Let's go put it on the truck. Well, there she is right there. Actually looks like it's pretty even too, surprisingly. Might be a little off. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It looks pretty neat. And the best part about it is it's free. It wasn't $200 and some odd. we go. The driver's seat view. I don't know how to zoom in this camera. I'm sure it'll look different, but that looks pretty cool from here. Try to put you where I'll put you where my head would be, I guess, just about right about there. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm super happy with it. It's not as nice as one of those polished aluminum ones from the 379s that I wanted, but it looks pretty cool. All I did was I'll probably put some different hardware in it down the road. I just got some stainless screws, stainless washers, and underneath for the padding that goes under it, I just got a piece of a ratchet strap. That way it doesn't wear into the radiator, corrode, or anything like that. So it's just that front one and then the one in the back that hold it. But yeah, it looks pretty cool on there. Like I said, down the road I might paint it a different color. It's actually not exactly the color I was trying to get, but that's all right. It's just one more step closer. So, all right, another step done on the old Pete. We'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. Who knows what? It really depends on the weather, whatever I do to this thing. So I'll make sure to keep everybody updated for sure.